Alright guys, it's Ted here, and I'm just making this video to show you how I personally handle my snakes that keep trying to bite me, just to show you, maybe to give you a bit of advice and guidance. And one of the first things I will say is, get yourself something that doesn't taste very nice, a bit like hand sanitizer or something like that. So if it does bite, drop a bit on its tongue, and then it'll soon let go. And what I like to do is to get them out of the viv. I've got a cheap pair of motorcycle gloves, so they're quite soft, nothing too harsh. So if they bite, the teeth will just go straight through them, but it doesn't actually touch my skin. And then this way, because the gloves are soft, you shouldn't really be getting the teeth stuck, whereas if they bite your skin is quite hard, it's quite tough. You can bite it on, and the teeth can get stuck in your skin and snap off, and you don't want that because it will obviously cause damage to your snake. And then what you want to do is put your hand in, so it knows that your hand's there, and then obviously go pick it up. Don't squeeze it though, don't want to squeeze it too tight, just want it nice and loose. Just don't want to squeeze it and cause harm. And then you can just let it crawl around on your arm for a few seconds or a minute or so. And then what you want to do is you want to go over to your couch or any surface or anything, put it down and let it move around and stuff, let it be a bit free. And of course you don't want it biting you or attacking you, because there is always still that chance it could get its teeth stuck, so it's always best to try and move your hands and stuff out of the way, like that. And then what you want to do is just go ahead and pick it up again so it gets used to actually picking it up. And obviously it will try and strike at you, so just be mindful that its head can't reach your face, because you don't want to be bit in the face by a snake. It's not very pleasant. And then just keep doing this a couple of times, picking it up, putting it down, let it move around, picking it up again, just so it gets used to getting picked up. And after a few minutes it should start to calm down, because what you're doing is you're just trying to create a bond with a snake so it knows it can trust you. So that's why you don't squeeze it hard and stuff like that as well, because it wants to know that it's not being harmed and that it can actually be picked up and trust you.
Go away, dog.
And as you can see, this snake still isn't very happy, still being a hissy pants. And then just let it move around your hand and things like that until it gets used to you. Then put it down again, pick it back up. And that way it gets used to being picked up and it gets used to being handled. And the key to this is letting the snake have its freedom to move around and do what it wants, so it's not feeling restricted. And as you can tell, it's slowly starting to calm down, it's not striking as much, so it's not as stressed out. The more you hold it, it's getting less stressed out, which is a good thing. And just let it crawl around on your couch or wherever you've got it, and let your hands run across it and stuff, so it gets used to being in your hands and things like that. Woo! She tries to bite again. I might try and get a few slow motion clips at the end where of it biting or trying to. And as you can see, these aren't like hunger strikes. It's not because it's hungry. But if it was hungry, it would bite and latch on. These are like warning strikes. It's just biting and letting go, just to scare you off, to stop you from attacking it, because the snake itself is probably scared. And what else I like to do is, while it's out, is try and stroke its head and stuff as well, because you don't want it biting you every time you go near its head and go near its neck, that type of thing. because sometimes you've got to hold the neck and stuff to check the scales and the skin underneath its head, so it's best for them to get used to that as well. And have you noticed now how it's not trying to attack me as much and it's not trying to bite me? Because now you're starting to build that trust barrier. It knows that you're not going to harm it, you're not there hurting it. And when you hear me saying dog move and Rosie move and things like that, that's just me trying to tell the dog to get out of the way. But you should, if you're doing this, try and keep the dogs out of the room anyway. Get it out, close the door, so that the dog's not interfering with you and the snake. And not just dogs, any other pets that's lurking around your house, jumping around and things. Don't want any cats or dogs or anything like that coming up, or rabbits come up to your snake, because you never know, your snake might try and bite it. And then again, you stroke its head with your gloved hand so that it can't bite you, and it gets used to its head being touched as well. That way it doesn't lose teeth by biting you as well. And another thing I'm going at is, you might get the snake out and you might be able to calm it down, and it might seem as though it's timid out a bit and you're stroking it and playing with it and it hasn't bit you for a while. But that doesn't mean to say that when you put it back in the cage and you get it out again next time, it's not going to strike at you again next time. Because it's one of the things you have to work on gradually and slowly build up the trust. It doesn't just come instant. And another thing I'll say as well, when you're doing this, you want to do it for maybe 15 minutes at a time, 20 minutes at the most. Because you don't want them out too long, because obviously they're cold-blooded. You don't want them to get too cold, especially in the winter days. Yeah, so just take it gentle with them, be nice, stroke them, no hard grabbing hold of them and things like that. Just be nice and gentle with them, build up the trust, and they should be fine over time. We just got to work up towards it. And at the time of making this video, the snake was currently in shed, as you can tell by the colour of its skin and things like that. But what I would say is, at the start of a snake's shed, I won't recommend you getting it out and doing this, because obviously the eyes glaze over and things like that, and they can't see properly, so they will seem a bit more aggressive, and you don't really want to stress them out when they can't see properly and things like that, because it must be stressful to them. It's all pretty much just about patience and showing your snake just as much respect as you would expect to be shown by someone else. And of course, you're always going to get these people who say you have to get them out every day if you want to tame them and teach them. That's a load of lies. It depends on the snake itself. Some snakes, if you get them out every single day, they can feel stressed out. So what I like to do is to make sure the snake is comfortable and not stressing out, is to leave it maybe every 2-3 days, maybe get them out twice a week, 3 times a week at most. That should be about right for them. Anyway, I'm going to draw this video to an end, and if you need any advice or anything, feel free to ask and I'll try my best to answer them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Thank you. And also, let me know what else you want to see in video wise. And if your opinion's different to mine and you've got snakes and they act differently, let me know your opinions and your views and your experience with snakes and things like that. I'm interested in all the stories and things. Anyway, this time I'm going to say bye, and I'm actually meaning bye this time. See you on my next video.
Good dog.